Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Tuesday, December 17, 2024? How is everyone doing? Well, listen, I am just doing my podcast. I went to the doctor today, the surgeon, right, for consultation for my sciatica, and so he agrees that I should get the injection, right? Because he's like, man, you have been in this pain for over 6 months, so we gotta do something. Of course, yes, we gotta do something. So they're gonna call me and schedule, and within 6 months, I think I'm gonna do, not 6 months, sir. Within 6 weeks of that, I think I'm also gonna do PRP, because he said that my hip, what do you call the muscle is weak, left side. That's why, I walk like a crooked person, shifting my weight to the right. It's like this, which is not good. Hopefully, because today was like I was really oh my fucking god, so much pain, because I don't know, I couldn't sleep enough last night. I think maybe that's why also, you know, and then I had to get up a little early. Um, I was out watching the games. There were two games yesterday. I was out with friends at Green Hook, you know. And, I'm not going out, until freaking Friday. I might go to that wedding. I think I said that, right? Pre wedding, whatever they're doing. In the same house, I went for a housewarming down in Edison. This guy bought, right? Friend, and, comes from the same mountains where I come from. Amazing, 5 bedroom house, you know. And these weddings and housewarming parties. I mean, there were a lot of people down there. I wish that my wife was here so we could go together. Because these are kind of the family ones. And I don't know, man. This fucking immigration thing has just put me off many levels. Both of us made us worked up on many levels. We're not together. I think part of the reason. But fingers crossed, hopefully, we'll hear something soon, sooner than later, right? Um, how's your week going, huh? This is the second last week of the year in the second millennia. I mean, the second century of this millennia. No, what the hell am I saying? Not second century, sir. Is the fourth century. Am I losing my fucking mind? It's the 2000 or 2001, right? So it's the second millennia. I mean, it's the second millennia, first century of the second millennia in the year of the Lord Christ. There you go. That's it. All right. So I was just working, as you go out and you lose a lot of time. Yeah, it's fun to go out, but then, time just is can be too much. And I realize that I'm too fucking old for that. What do you do then, sir? By yourself, just sit home. In any case, so what's new, huh? Well, it's the same old story, same shit, a different day, right? Sort of. Being a cog in the wheel, you come home and you just basically follow the same goddamn routine, right? And weather hasn't been that cold, but it has been wet and weird. But I think it's going to get cold, and I'm going to get the hell out of here for a few days. So I plan to go to Orlando. You know, my wife is on the phone. I think she's half asleep on the other side of the globe. Uh, and I'm hoping that, this fucking pain would subside a little bit because today was the worst, actually. And then I went to the therapy place, chiropractic, after work, and they gave me a lot of, like stretching and decompression. I might have to take that pill, gabapentin tonight if I couldn't sleep. That's what my doctor told me. Hey, man, you know what? Don't take it like every 6 hours. Just take two of those every night, he says. I'm like, no. Two? Are you kidding me? Once in a while, I take it in case if there's too much pain because it actually subsides the pain in the nerve, right? Apparently. But then also has some side effect to our brain, I think. I have no fucking idea. I should have asked him. But you know how doctors are in their opinion. Unless it's a fucking medicine for chemotherapy. Oh, you will fine, man. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Side effects, right? Um, Without turning my podcast into my health problems. Well, I mean, health is the first, right? Like living with this fucking pain just makes me depressed and sometimes angry, and because the brain is constantly feeling this fucking pain, right? And it wants me to do something, but then the other fucking problem, right? In a place like New Jersey, I went to that Hackensack Meridian Hospital, right? Oh my fucking god, looks like a fucking third world country in terms of the number of people. You had to wait like 15 minutes for the fucking elevator, and it just healthcare in this country is so fucked up, to be honest with you. And you see it when you go to a fucking hospital, right? And I was there for only like maybe 20 minutes, right? And even then, I just, especially that it's like in that physical rehab section, right? You can see all these old people, and you are old too, sir. Well, I mean, much older, right? And some of them walking with canes in their hands, and with the whatever, right? And the physical pain, whether you get a shoulder, whatever, injury, or in terms of my sciatica, you know and I'm not negating the fact that other people who have other issues, nobody should have any fucking issues with their health. you know Fingers crossed, everybody should have the best health. Exercise, all right? Cut down on red meat and cut down on fucking booze too, all right? uh, I have actually cut down on red meat. I mean, booze, I have to work on. I mean, I don't drink anything other than beer, but sometimes when I'm out, I feel like I just, with friends and all that, right? That's what fucking happens. And with age, it's not good, you know. And especially, right now, I do this because I feel like it also sort of relaxes the muscles, right? To helps me with sciatica, but then this is not the fucking medicine. You know, I had to get that injection and all that. And I also have those CBD drinks, right? The CBD, hemp, and the magnesium and calcium. Those actually do help me. Like if wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, right, 4 o'clock in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I drink a lot of water, and then if I if I can't go back to sleep, I drink that CBD, and that kind of like puts me back to sleep, which is good. But the fucking dreams are weird, you know. Dreams get fucking weird on the CBD, to be honest with you, because I think it has a tiny amount of THC in it, right? And the other problem with this fucking gabapentin, it also gives you these weird fucking dreams of being with some fucking machines, and it's weird. I guess because the chemical, basically, I think it calms your nerves or something, and then while you're, having these dreams, that chemical from fucking medicine, right, gives you this fucking vegetable television? Who said that vegetable television? Oh, Terence McKenna said about the fucking mushrooms, right? Like the visuals when you close your eyes, you are on an effective dose of mushrooms, right? And then you close your eyes, and then you start seeing things, like visuals, And so he used to call that the vegetable television. Funny, right? But in any case, so vivid dreams become vivid, and then you feel that the dreams are not really like normal, right? I mean, nothing bad, but sometimes it can be bad, right? So I just wonder, in my fucking dreams. Obviously, dreams are weird, right? Because you are, in 1 second you are with your family or your cousins or whatever, right? Or with your loved ones, right? And then the next second you are in the middle of a fucking desert or something, right? Which is weird. And in my case, obviously, I'm in the mountains, right? Because that's all my memories, right? My subconscious, because that's where I grew up, and then sometimes I get dreams from here, right? New York, New Jersey dreams, right? And in any case, all right, let's move. Let's talk about something else. All right, what's going on? Oh, the biggest fucking news. All right, the biggest fucking news, which is weird. Everybody's talking about that. And what is the news, sir? I mean, I'm not going to talk about the fucking news, but this is kind of like sort of my forte, right? A topic near and dear to me. Drones. Fucking drones. All over the place. They're in New Jersey. Apparently, they're also in New York. There are thousands of them. And then they appear apparently at night. So I was out with my friend yesterday, and we were talking about that. What the hell are these? Are they like a fucking, government fucking program that the Pentagon has? I have a fucking idea. And then, I was looking at news, and, somebody was saying actually on one of the podcasts, they apparently, those drones are basically looking for some fucking radioactive, whatever the fuck it is, right? What does that mean? That somebody is actually putting together a nuclear bomb? Is that what it is? I don't fucking idea. But either they are launched by the government, so it's a government program, because a foreign drone, that's impossible. Well, who knows? I shouldn't say that, all right? I shouldn't fucking say that, because anything is possible nowadays, all right? But I was joking with them and saying, listen, are they really drones? This is just some AI generated fucking, videos that people put on YouTube just to fool people that, oh, look, there are 10,000 fucking drones. When they generated them with the AI, right, online, and then put them on YouTube, and then it looks so fucking real that it's above fucking whatever Manhattan, Brooklyn, or down where Trump's what's golf courses, right, badminton, and then that they were arguing with me that no man, those are real, I mean, it's not my conspiracy theory, but that's a possibility, right? But I think they are real. So then, what's the point, sir? There's no point. It's just that it's fucking weird. I mean, what? Like, what? Like, we never heard something like this, in the news that somebody's basically flying drones all over, you know. And why don't they shoot them down? No, no fucking idea. But if they were nefarious, right? If this was some foreign entity doing this, obviously, military would be shooting them down, right? I had no fucking idea. So that was interesting, right? It is interesting, actually, not was, because it's still going on, you know. Weird, right? But obviously, I think maybe this is when the humans, remember what I talked about a couple of my previous podcasts? Maybe this is the beginning where FAA is going to come up with some fucking rules. Oh, by the way, now if some entity or whoever is flying these, like, these like 3 feet by 3 feet, engine drones, right, and with the wings probably 7 feet wide, right, with wings. So that means, and some of them actually have engines. They have fucking fuel tanks, small fuel tanks and engines. So they are basically, combustion engines. And so the government, I think, now is going to look into that, and FAA is going to say, oh, wait a minute, we need to have some fucking rules here. Just like we have, the road rules, right, for cars and all that. Because remember I said this, that eventually we're going to have personal flying drones, So they have to come up with some fucking, flying whatever, regulations, right, for these drones. Because right now, obviously, they have regulations for like helicopters and planes and all that, right? And so it's not going to be as stringent as for those flying, machines. But I think this probably is the beginning where I think somehow humans realize that, oh, wait a minute, you know what? If I want to, go from point A to point B, and without crashing my fucking drone onto somebody's house or garage, right? Where I have the skill and the license to actually fly them, right? And then I have the fucking insurance. Oh, they're gonna also, okay. So just like the car insurance, now you're gonna carry a fucking drone flying license and insurance. How much is that going to be? Like $1 gazillion? Obviously, that's going to be high, right, in the beginning. So this is going to be the reality now, which is good, I mean, besides the fact that we don't know what the fuck those drones are, right? Now the government, the federal government, and then the local governments, right? They're going to start basically, coming up with regulations. I hope they do. All right. And then people say, oh, you know what, FAA or the local whatever, transportation authority, right? National Transportation, what is that, NTSA, whatever the hell it is, right? And then they're going to come up with some sort of beginning of a chapter in the human race of, you know, people wanting to have these flying cars, right? So, except for where there are no-fly zones, you should be able to fly them anywhere. Why the fuck not, right? So I think that's what's hopefully this is going to transpire into. All right, and the companies who are actually in China and these other countries, right, where they actually make these drones, they're going to basically, I think, make them here too, and then eventually they're going to make them not only recreational drones. I think you can fly drones which are under 55 pounds as per FAA regulation without a license, right? But as long as you have crossed that limit of the weight of the drone, then you have to have some sort of a fucking, permit or license, whatever, right, from FAA. And obviously, those fucking drones, personal flying drones, are going to be more than 55, including your weight, right? So, I think that they're going to definitely come up with regulations now. All right, let's see what happens. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to my fucking words. But I would love to, this to transform into that, betterment of the humanity, right? Instead of fucking, being miserable in a, in a fucking traffic jam, and yeah, but isn't going to be the same with flying cars. You're gonna have a traffic jam. But not a lot of people are going to fly them because like 50% of the fucking population is afraid of heights. All right, so there you go. 50% are not going to even try to fly personal, cars, right? And some people are even afraid to go to the fucking roof of their building, all right? So you exclude them, and then it's not going to be a lot of people. Um, but I'm, hopeful that that's what's going to happen. That's what does Elon Musk have to say on this one? Does he have to say anything on this one? But this is he's Elon. Somebody like Elon Musk is always opposed. I understand, because of the noise and the rotors and all that. I think I talked about this topic in my last or the previous podcast, so I'm not going to go on about this. All right, but it just made me think that maybe this is the beginning of the new era, right? Just like the 1920s when the cars actually, Ford Model T, remember that fucking car? Came onto the streets of New York, Chicago, actually, Detroit, right? And then the Detroit, obviously Detroit and Michigan, those areas, right? They became the car producing, towns, and now they became shanty town because nobody makes cars up there anymore, right? So I think eventually there's going to be some sort of a hub of factories where they're going to make these fucking drones. There you go. That's it. All right. All right. So it's interesting. It's interesting that things are happening, which is good. Actually, I'm glad. You know why? Because I'm sick and tired of like people talking about fucking social media and fucking YouTube and Instagram and my fucking god, dude. You got to have some progress, parallel progress, on these other technologies. All right, which I'm in favor. Obviously, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of problems in the beginning, crashes and all that, right? But it's okay. I mean, that's what happened when the cars came on the fucking road, right? In the beginning. Um, all right, everyone. What else? What else is going on? So I'm going to Florida for 4 days, although my wife didn't agree with me. but I don't know. I guess I need a fucking break from Jersey. I mean, I wish I could go to Pakistan and be with her, But the whole fucking, waiting for the interview, for her interview and all that, it just threw a whole monkey wrench into the whole thing. And I was hoping that she would be here, if not end of January, maybe if end of February. I don't know. Now it's just. Otherwise, I would have bought a ticket, And I was looking up. The tickets are like $4,000. You know, if I buy now, at least minimum. You As holidays, obviously, you want to be with your loved ones, and then my other sister is home too, from Germany. I was talking to her briefly, so it's a family reunion. But unfortunately, I can't go now. Hopefully, maybe by February, I'll take a trip. February, March, and we'll hear something positive about her case. Something happens, right? By then. So that's the plan. I'm going to just enjoy some sunshine down in Florida, Orlando. I'm going to go to, and obviously I'm going to go to Cape Canaveral, and once again go to Kennedy Space Center, which is also not only because I'm an engineer, but just a fascinating thing that the humans have actually launched these huge machines, ships to leave the Earth's atmosphere, and that's what you need, these huge fucking engines. You see the Apollo 15, right? Those engines, and they're like the size of my fucking this fucking living room, and you look at them and like, holy shit! So this is what it takes to actually leave Earth gravity. You can't just leave in a fucking what do you call it, balloon to go to the lower orbit, or even obviously to go to moon, and beyond. You need the biggest rocket that Elon Musk is building. This is the other fucking regret I have, which is kind of like not my fault, but I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer, and I didn't get selected, because whatever, I wasn't fit for military apparently, because that was the only school where you could actually study aeronautical engineering in the Air Force. All right. Now I think I'm talking about in Pakistan, but now I think you can actually study aeronautical engineering, right? Because the problem is that you need a lot of fucking resources to come up with an aeronautical engineering college. You need fucking planes, and then you need pilots, and then you need big hangars to do all the practicals, right? In any case, so yeah, that's one of my regrets, because when I go down there and I see that, I just feel kind of like depressed, because if I had gone to aeronautical engineering school, right, by this time, or even earlier, I would have just retired, right? And then I would have probably be working for a big airline company, right? And then I would basically, then I would come here, right? Then I would come to US, just like I did for other engineering, right? And then I would basically, work for a big company like Pratt and Whitney, right? Or maybe, Rolls-Royce, but that's a European company, right? The one that makes the engine for the Airbus. Pratt and Whitney makes the engines and all those for fucking Boeing, right? Boeing and all those other military planes too. Then I would try to get into NASA, and then eventually I would work for fucking Elon Musk, right? On his SpaceX, those fucking rockets and all that, right? I would definitely do that. See, regrets of life. Fucking unfulfillments, you know. Uh, it's too late for me to switch any fucking careers, but at least that gives me this sort of like um, what the fuck am I trying to say? It gives me this hope that humans are going to have a second home on another planet. Is that what it is? No, I mean that's not my fucking problem. All right, but it's just fascinating. That's what it is. I think um, because then I compare those fucking. I mean, if you compare like those ships in these science fiction movies, right? Obviously, those are fucking huge compared to those rockets. Those are like fucking. I was trying to come up with the design of my own ship, which is sitting over there in my home office, and I still have the preliminary design of that fucking ship on the computer somewhere, right? And um, I came up with that idea. I'm trying to remember how I came up with that idea. Okay, so 2016, right? 2016, and I'm living in fucking Greenpoint, Brooklyn, right? Hipster town. And I remember I had an issue with my phone, I think, and I had to give it to I think one of the mechanics in Chinatown, right? Without going too far into the deep into the fucking the story, and so what I did was that no, I think I gave it to somebody in Brooklyn who fixed it for me or some shit, whatever, right? And then I'm sitting at this bar, right, in the fucking early afternoon. Oh my fucking god, in Greenpoint. I'm trying to remember which one, but and then I started drinking at like 3 o'clock, right? And I don't have a phone, right? By yourself, and then you have other people, right? So what do you do? I'm like, hold on a second. I'm chatting with the bartender, some tall guy, I think. And I'm like, hey man, can you give me a piece of paper and a pen, right? And I'm half drunk by that time, right? And this is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, give me a piece of paper and a pencil, right? And he gives me that, and then I start drawing the fucking ship. All right, and I drew that, and was that 2015 or 16? One of those, right? All right. So I drew that. I'm drawing the engines, the main thrusters, and the lifting, the lifters, and then the fucking, the mini ships, pods, and I'm having all the viewing decks, the crew quarters, the love room, whatever, right? Bathrooms, where the fuel is going to be, etc., right? And I drew that, and I took a picture, and I remember because I think I had just rented an office down on Broadway, a small office. Oh yeah, so this is 2015. So I basically what I did was that I took a picture of that, and then I had in my office I had like 6 people working for me at that time. 3 full-time engineers, or 2 full-time engineers, and 3 or 4 interns, and a secretary, right? So I had that basically pasted on the on the door to my office because I had a glass door, right? I still have a picture of that, and I then I put that into the into the drafting software, but then I just fucking what I was gonna what were you trying to do, sir? You're gonna see people's imaginations. Obviously, whoever came up with that fucking ship, right? What was that? Before Star Trek, Stanley Kubrick's novel, right? Was that a novel or a movie he made? Was he the director of that 2001 Space Odyssey from 1967? I think that's when it was made. So just imagine that 1967 humans were projecting to basically, in their own fucking imagination, projecting to have ships like the Space Odyssey, right? In 2001, right? Obviously, in 2001, we didn't even have fucking SpaceX, all right? We had those NASA shuttles and all those, right? And obviously, those are like nothing. And then the Star Trek came, right? Remember the fucking USS Enterprise? 19, whatever the 1715, whatever the fuck, right? Those ships, right? And obviously, those are huge, right? So that's the science fictional idea, imagination that us humans have, and then that becomes a reality, right? Slowly, and and for us to actually have a ship like a Star Trek ship, that's probably we'll have to basically spend all the fucking money, not many, sir, all the fucking money and probably gold reserves. Right. First of all, we have to come up with the technology, and it's going to be a huge fucking size of our fucking condo complex, right? That's going to be the size of the ship, right? It's going to cost like $1 trillion, right? And and then the engines, the fuel, and oh my fucking god, no, we don't have any fucking resources, and nor anybody, including Elon Musk, have any desire to actually come up with a ship like that. But he is slowly, obviously, like the biggest ship, right? Biggest rocket. It has like what, like 8 engines. Again, the same, the size of the fucking living rooms, right? And eventually, that's gonna happen. Maybe 50 years, 60 years, if we don't suck ourselves again into fucking social media and some other shit comes, right? Internet based, and oh my god, now we have to download our fucking brains into computers, so we don't even need to get up from the fucking, what do you call, our beds. So all you do is, you just come up with some sort of nutritional fucking liquid IV, sort of like fucking, drip. You put it into your vein, and you don't even need to get up. And except for going to bathroom, right? And then you just basically, you are in that fucking virtual world all the time. You connect your fucking brain directly through the computer, and you are in a different fucking world. I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. All right, but who the fuck knows? There are people who are basically referring to AI as some sort of a machinistic god who's going to rise to the equation to do what? I don't believe that. All right, I don't fucking believe that. But obviously, these fucking, not social media as much as the phones have taken our lives, right? For the better or the worst. So if you guys are on the phone, and stop fucking, do take a lot of deep breath, and don't let these fucking gadgets ruin your fucking life. All right. And I feel bad for these young people, especially because they are basically constantly, obviously, in some sort of a fucking virtual world, right? Whether it's a gaming, if it's like teenage boys, right, or teenage girls, what are they, like fucking, what do you call, Facebook and Instagram? They are basically putting up their pictures, and and then the acceptance, right? Oh my God, I get so many fucking views, I got so many followers, blah 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 blah, right? And that's exactly what we were talking about last night. I'm glad that we did not grow up with these fucking things, all right? Because we would be as fucking weird. And I feel bad for these younglings. If we had this fucking technology, we didn't even have fucking dial phones. But yeah, we had a dial phone back in the late 80s. My dad actually, you know, had a phone, and starting late 80s, right? And that fucking dial phone, that was the only thing. And then we had a fucking black and white 12-inch TV, 12-inch. And and I'm hoping, that this actually happens. And again, yes, I mean, where are you gonna go, sir? Okay, you come up with the ship. Where are you gonna go? I mean, just fucking fly, sir. Just fly, explore. Maybe you can land on Jupiter's moon. What is that, Europa? Whatever the fuck, Saturn's moon, right? They realize there are fucking some sort of creatures over there, right? Holy shit. They live under what, sir? Underground, right? Because the surface is so harsh. Who the fuck knows? All right. Eventually, I mean, that's gonna happen, right? I think we should have a base on the fucking moon. That's it. You know, at least that's our closest, rock, closest to our own rock, right? And maybe from there, who knows? We launch, basically the moon would be our fucking intermediary, stop, right? We're gonna have fuel and everything before we go to fucking Mars, right? And then Mars, and then obviously these moons, right? Because all the other planets are basically definitely uninhabitable. All right. Well, I mean, Mars is also uninhabitable, but people have ideas to terraform it, all right? And create the atmosphere, which I'm not sure. Maybe I'm pretty sure there are fucking engineers who are actually having these calculations to say, oh, you know what? If we increase the temperature of fucking Mars by this degrees, by doing something, global warming around Mars, then maybe we can, maybe it will, it will warm up, and then maybe we can basically, starting with the vegetation, when the vegetation starts, right? Isn't that how actually the atmosphere around our Earth got created? Because the unicellular organisms, right? Which then became plants and animals, and plants, basically plants actually, I think, created the whole atmosphere, all right? The ozone layer and everything was created by the fucking plants, all right? It's not like it was here and then we were born here, as if this phenomena was some sort of a biblical occurrence, which I don't think so, all right? So life has started from like a very, very extremely humble beginning, and from the deepest, what do you call, trenches of the fucking sea, and then we surfaced our fucking heads above the water, right? And we said, oh, holy shit, so there's fucking sun out there, and there's fucking raining, and it's gonna snow too, huh? And then we start crawling on the fucking earth, and then the vegetation, obviously, vegetation, the all that, with what is it process called photosynthesis, by eating away the carbon dioxide, and basically spitting fucking oxygen into atmosphere. That's why we have 23% atmosphere oxygen as our atmosphere. And when atmosphere got created slowly, it just became our, habitable zone, right? Because if you don't have an atmosphere, the sun's fucking, gamma rays, they will fry our fucking, what do you call it, skins. If you don't have the layer, right? And same thing with the oxygen and the atmosphere, right? Nitrogen and all that. All right, what the hell? Why did I even go onto this topic from drones to fucking spaceship to this? In any case, all right. So, 45 minutes, everyone. It's already close to 11 o'clock, and I'm kind of tired because I didn't have enough sleep last night. And I'm gonna watch, continue with my shows. Is Yellowstone still on? I know that other show, the Lioness with Zoe Saldana, that's over. I saw the last episode last week. Unless they come up with season 3. So there's the Landman I'm gonna watch, and then the fucking Yellowstone, and then the Silo, which I actually don't like. Fucking Silo is like the underworld. What's underworld, sir? I mean, it's underground. It's a silo, right? Obviously. But the story is a little interesting, and that's why I watch it. Obviously, science fiction. And what else is going on, huh? What are you planning to do for Christmas, huh? Or New Year's? Take it easy, right? Take it fucking easy. Problem with these holidays is that people get so excited. Oh my God, it's like yesterday we were at that bar Green Hook, right? And then everybody's having a fucking holiday party. There were these guys and people in wearing like these sports jackets and had beers and whatever, right? Food and fucking burgers. It's like a whole fucking company party, right? I mean, I took my engineers out the other day. Did I say that? When did I take them out? Oh, last Friday, all right? Last Friday. Which was good. They liked it. We had dinner. And my friend also came out. So it was just 4 of us. And last Friday, right? And, you got to keep the morale of the troops high, Keep it up, sir. And, yeah, I got a lot of work, which is good, It's good to be busy than not be busy because I was worried before elections. What the fuck is going to happen? And I got to get to the office. I'm going to try to get up early tomorrow, which means you have to go to sleep early, sir. All right? Simple. And and then Friday I might actually go to that pre-wedding because that place is in Edison, and that's like half an hour from here. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I have to go to the wedding on Saturday. Again, I wish that my wife was here and she would have enjoyed it. Because I think women enjoy weddings more than us. We just go there, talk shit, right? Maybe have beers and food and just like. And I gotta be careful with all the dancing and all that bullshit, because my sciatica is not good for my sciatica. I get too excited. Everybody's, oh, come on, man, let's dance, on the traditional music. Oh no, man, I got fucking sciatica. All right. I know I say that, but then I have like 3 beers in with food, and then I don't care, right? Which is not good. Um, First things first, sir. All right. There will be many weddings down the road. It's our own well-being, our own health, and that's why I just take it easy. That's what I'm saying. You know, holidays. It's like, yeah. I mean, Christmas is basically a family holiday, right? Just like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can also be like friends, right? Yeah, Christmas can also be friends and family, right? But Christmas is actually a family, just like in Pakistan we have that what Eid, right? It's like that here, right? Obviously, it's more of a tradition than a religious thing. And but I already had made plans to just go to Florida. I have some, you know, I know some people down there from mountain. My father's best friend, he lives down there. I told him I'm coming down. He's like, yeah, of course, you know. And then he's old. I basically take him for dinner sometimes. I'll take him for dinner. Maybe I'll ask him if he wants to go back to Cape Canaveral. I think he likes it. I'll take him, and then I'll just take it easy. Just fucking enjoy the sunshine. Wear shorts, t-shirt. Not be miserable. Up here it's like a fucking disaster now. It's like, if you look at the weather, I don't want to look at the fucking weather because I know it's going to be really cold. It's like 14 degrees, I think, on Monday or Sunday, and it's like, it's a fucking disaster, all right? And hopefully it doesn't snow, you know, because last year I basically, I fled, I told my wife, fuck this, after Christmas and New Year's, I'm like, fuck this. I'm not staying here because there was a really, really cold wave coming up, you know. But I'm going there, just down there for like 4 days, so I should be okay. Well, I won't be okay coming back up here because it's going to be fucking miserable. But I don't want to stay down there for fucking New Year's. I want to be up here for New Year's, maybe with friends and maybe see my sister, because, I haven't seen her in a long time. Um, and so, yeah, that's the plan, everyone. That's the fucking plan. Take it easy, you know. Obviously, New Year's is actually the worst. I mean, you think Christmas? No, Christmas is actually more like family. New Year's is the worst because everybody, people who don't even drink at all in their lives, right? They go out New Year's, they drink and they get fucking shit faced, you know. But I don't know. I haven't made any plans for New Year's yet. New Year's, I think, should also be like a, like a family gathering of friends. Don't go out. Don't fucking go out New Year's, because the whole fucking planet is going to be out there. And if it's like cold, you're going to be miserable, in the lines trying to get into a fucking bar or a fucking, because they you have to do the prefix dinner, right? Prefix dinner and all that if you're going out, right? And you have to pay like $200 for prefix dinner, and then champagne included, fucking what do you call, open bar and all that nonsense, right? Which is usually not the fucking open bar. Anyways, they give you like two beers or two drinks, and it's like, oh, the rest is you have to pay for that, sir. All right, or ma'am. I did that many moons ago. Obviously, I've been living alone for a long time, so I was doing a lot of like fucking Han Solo shit, right? I mean, now I'm alone, but I'm married, but my wife is not here, so I'm still Han Solo, right? Uh, in this fucking galaxy, which sucks. I would rather be with her, you know. I would rather her be here, and we would be basically making plans. It just fucking sucks, man. All right, everyone. Let's just stay positive, whatever it is. Hope for the best, and you try, you give it a try, and then the universe should give it back to you, right? So, whatever the hell you guys. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll do another podcast from Florida. I think, and maybe I'll just sit outside. There's a small lake. I remember last year when I went down there, I was in Airbnb. Airbnb was not that great, but the area was kind of nice, and there was a lake, and there was small lake, and then there was a bar I would go to right on the lake, right. And people down there are nicer, obviously, right, than up here, because down there, is weather's nice, nobody's miserable. Um, but I'll be basically just having this as a work vacation because I'll be working as well, obviously. Uh, so I think I'm gonna close my podcast. Did I want to say something else? I don't think so. Um, 2024 is almost gone. This year went so fast, unbelievable. As they say, with age, time flies like exponentially. I think that's the law of the land. I think that's when you feel like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to be here forever, right? Maybe that's what it is. That's the natural way of things. Who said that in that movie the other day I was watching? This is the nature's way of thing. Father, somebody was saying that. Oh yeah, Prometheus. Remember that fucking movie where the guy wanted to meet the fucking engineers who actually made the humans? That premise. I mean, I like the alien movies, but that premise. At the end, you know what they do? These fucking directors and the writers, they turn the alien into some sort of a fucking menace. That it's never actually for the benefit of the humans. Is always against. It's always here to kill us all and take over the fucking planet, right? And that whole premise of the Alien franchise movies, remember, is kind of weird. Obviously, it's also a partially fucking horror, right? Because you have this fucking creature, running up your fucking nose or running into your fucking, what do you call, through your mouth into your belly, and then it creates some other fucking creature, and then basically it just opens your belly, and then it comes out like, and then, oh my fucking god, remember those? And that whole premise, I think, is just mute. You know, obviously, this is the imagination of the fucking science fiction writers, right, and the directors. And then what's the other one? Like the offshoot of the aliens, the predator, and the fucking, what's the other one? Alien, predator versus, I don't fucking idea. And those are just basically machines, biological machines, weird looking, right? And I think the aliens are actually not even fucking physical, if anything. I think they are non-physical entities. The way they have actually evolved. If there's another species which is, let's say, 200 years more advanced than us, what do you think? What do you think we would be 200 years from now? Who the fuck knows? I don't care. I won't be here. You wouldn't be here either. All right. All right, everyone. So with that, I'm going to close my podcast. I presume you all are having a great start of the week. I'll see you all. And if I don't, happy holidays.